Yeah, hello friends, you are highly welcome back. So here's the measurement we are using for this illustration. The length is 22, the waistline, that's a half length, or they call it shoulder to waist. So whatever you know it as, the shoulder to waist. So it's 15 inches. So that's 15 inches. Then the chest of this waistcoat is 36, while the shoulder is 15 inches. The waistline is 35 inches. So that's the waistline. Then the formula we need for this illustration is that the neck opening is a chest divided by 12, while the chest is 36. So this is 36, and the 36 divided by 12 giving me 3 inches. So that's 3 inches. And the armhole depth is a chest divided by 4. So this is a chest is 36. That's 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. So that is the formula for this for drafting of this waistcoat which we are doing. So on this one, I'm using a pattern paper to first draft out this waistcoat, so that I will be able to transfer it to the material, and you can as well do this on the normal material, straight on the material if you like. So first measure the length. You apply the length, which is 22. Mark 22 inches, which is the length of the waistcoat. You mark 22 inches, and then you roll it straight. The next thing to do now is to apply the M allowance as a 1.5. Measure 1.5. Measure, mark 1.5 here, and roll it straight down. Now you have to apply the allowance for the semi and the buttonhole stand on the front here. So which is a measure 1.2. Measure 1.2 here. Mark 1.2 and mark it like this as well as a 1.2. So please, I'm taking my time to do this and then make it as simple as I could, so that everyone will be able to understand it. So make sure you follow the video step by step serially, so that you don't miss any part of the training. So make sure you watch each one of these videos, so that you don't miss any part of it. So you roll it straight down like this. And then the next thing to do now is to apply the waistline measurement, which we measure on the body. So that is 15 inches. We measure 15 inches here, and then roll it straight. Roll it like this. And after that, the next thing is to measure the armhole depth. And the formula for the armhole depth is a chest divided by 4. So our chest is 36 divided by 4, that's 9 inches. So you measure 9 inches here, and then roll it straight. Now we have to apply the shoulder measurement. So the shoulder measurement, our shoulder here is 17. So and then 15 rather, and the 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So you can measure it from this point. So make sure you start from this point. So that is where we are applying the shoulder measurement from. So the shoulder is 15, and the 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. 7.5 plus 0.5, that's 8 inches. So there is a mistake here. It should be 8 inches. So this is a little bit, this is not straight, so it should be 8 inches. So this is a 7.5 plus half, that's 8 inches. So you measure 8 inches at the down part here as well, and then you roll it straight down. And that is it for the shoulder line. You have to apply the neck opening here. So don't forget the formula for the neck opening is chest divided by 12, and chest is 36 divided by 12, that's 3 inches. So you mark 3 inches here from this point, mark 3 inches, and then you deduct 0.2 from it. Mark 0.2, that is it, you deduct 0.2 from it. On this place now, you have to mark 1 inch here from the armhole depth. You mark 1 inch and then you roll it straight. So this depends on the shape you want to give the neckline. If you want to make it round, you can give it a little bit of a shape. So it depends on how you want the front neck to be, that is the lapel line to be. So the next thing to do now is to apply the point where the slanting will start from. It's either you make it 4 inches or you make it 4.5. So that's the average. But this length is a little bit short, so I'm making it 4 inches. So I'm making this to be 4 inches. You mark 4 inches. The next thing to do is to apply the chest measurement, and the chest measurement is 36. That's 36 divided by 4, giving me 9 inches, and then 9 plus 0.5, that's 9.5. At the M line, you apply the same measurement, which is 9.5, and then you roll it straight down. So we have to apply the waist measurement now, and the waist measurement is 35. So 35 divided by 4 plus 0.5. So this is 35 divided by 4 plus 0.5. So that gives me 9.2. So you now connect this line. Connect it like this. You connect this line to this point as well, and that is it for the side. And then for the slanting of this down part now, place the measurement, the tape rule here, and that gives me 9.5. So this 9.5, we divide it by 3. Whatever you have it there, you divide it by 3, and it gives me 3.2. So you mark 3.2 from that point where we start the buttonhole. That is where we start the measurement. So you roll it straight down like this, and then from this M line, you measure it from this M line to the waistline. That's 8.5 divided by 3, give me 2.7. So you mark 2.7 here. So you divide it by 3, and then you place the hip cuff to give this place the shape. Connect those line. I believe you can see that we are achieving the result already. So make sure you follow the process step by step. But I think that shape is not that okay by me, so I'm giving it a little bit of a cuff shape. So you can make sure you use the line where the cuff have a little bit cuff, where the hip cuff have a little cuff, not on a straight line. So you measure 1.5 here for the shoulder slope. So you measure 1.5, and then you roll it straight, connect the two line, and on this armhole depth, you measure 1 inch, and then you place roll it straight. Place the roller, and then you connect the line with the shoulder slope, and then you can now use your French cuff, or you use a armhole cuff, whichever one you have, to create the armhole, and then you connect this line like this, and that is it. So you connect that line. So I want to get the pocket line now. So to get the pocket line, you measure 0.5 downward and mark it like this. Mark 0.5, then you roll it straight. To get the point where the pocket will start from, so you measure it to be on the straight line with the neckline. So you measure whatever you have on the neckline, which is a 2.7, and then you mark 2.7 here. The pocket opening is a 4 inches. I'm using 4 inches for this, so you mark 4 inches. So but on average you can as well have it 4.5. Now you mark the lapel, the flap, as a 1.7. Mark 1.7, and then you roll it straight like this, and you roll it this point as well. Roll it straight to that point, 1.7. Roll 1.7 here, and then you create a little curve on this. Create a curve on this. Now the next thing to do is to get the breast pockets. Mark 1.5 here. From this point, mark 1.5, and then the breast pocket of this, I'm making it 3 inches, and you can as well make it 3.5 depending on the chest you are working with. Mark 0.5 here, and then mark 0.2 on this point. The 0.2. This is mark 1.7, 0.7, mark 0.7 here. Then you roll the lines, you connect the line, you connect this line also, then roll it straight here. Roll this point straight as well. So that is it. So the next thing to do, I want to use a marker to trace out all this big area. So just trace it out like this. Now this is the button stand. So you mark on this point and you mark it wherever it gets to here. So I'm making this to be 5.5 buttons. So you divide it, all this line now, you divide it equally, and then you mark it like this. So that is the point where the button will fall on. So the next thing to do is to cut out this pattern. So it's this pattern we use to draft it exactly like this on the body, on the main material. So please, you can as well draft it out exactly like this on the body, however you want it to be. So you can as well draft it out exactly like this on the material, straight on the material. But another advantage of this is that you can keep it for the next time and then use it again. So this is it.